the pink tax is not the only bogeyman targeting European women's wallets. There is also the tampon tax, whereby governments tax feminine hygiene products like sanitary pads and tampons as luxury items rather than essential goods, in flagrant contradiction to the vital role that these products play in the lives of women who menstruate. Given the lack of official data, we cannot know the full extent of how many women and girls in Europe are unable to afford adequate access to feminine hygiene products, but experts place this figure around 1 in 10. Moreover, they estimate that feminine hygiene products cost each European woman €675 a year. This adds up to €27,000 throughout her menstruation lifetime, and does not include the cost of period-related pain relief and pharmacological products. Close on the heels of the pink tax and the tampon tax is another gendered phenomenon that separates women from their money and exacerbates gender wealth inequality gaps: beauty tax. This tax relates to all the products and services that women choose to spend their money on in order to meet society's expectations around femininity, female attractiveness, and presentability. Manicures and pedicures, makeup, control shapewear, waxing, laser hair removal, hair extensions, lip filler, Brazilian butt lifts. All of this comes at a considerable cost, especially when you consider the impact of pink tax markups. Hair dye is an example of this beauty tax. Moreover, it relates directly to age, which is the identity marker that this chapter explores. When a man gets older and his hair turns grey, he is typically considered to be a silver fox. George Clooney, Morgan Freeman, and Harrison Ford spring to mind. The image of a distinguished, charismatic, and attractive older man who offers vitality as well as wisdom based on his wealth of life experience. Can you think of an equivalent for an older woman? Probably not, because in general, older women do not get the silver foxette treatment. At the first sign of advancing age, society is often quick to declare that her best days are over and dismiss her as a hag or an old dear. Neither is a particularly flattering term. Hag conjures up an image of a woman who is bad-tempered and mean. She sucks the joy out of situations by doing things like reprimanding people when they laugh too loudly, and is depicted in stories as the ugly old witch with a wart at the end of her nose. By contrast, an old dear is gentle and good-natured, if somewhat annoying. She is also weak, not capable of posing any real threat, and, equally, not worthy of any real admiration or attention. Most of all, she is unintelligent. As the facilitator of a workshop that I attended a few years ago flippantly put it, this concept is so simple, even a grandmother could understand it.